Hi, this is Teena Clipston from CruiserTV, and today I'm on Aphrodite in Luperón Bay in the Dominican Republic. This episode is sponsored by El Milagro Beach Hotel and Marina. On land or sea, the perfect destination.
We know there must be more to this. We said that love could conquer anything. Well, now's the chance to give these words their meaning. Here's the chance to give these words some meaning.
In this episode, Bruce Van Sant, author of The Gentleman's Guide to Passages South, joins me with his wife Rosa to discuss tips on cruising, Luperón Bay, and much, much more. I'm so fortunate to be here today with Bruce Van Sant and his lovely wife Rosa. And Bruce is the author of Passages South. It's a great book about cruising from the East Coast.
From Florida to Venezuela.
Florida to Venezuela.
And Trinidad with all the islands in between.
Right. And today we're on Aphrodite in the Luperón Bay in Dominican Republic. And you're somewhat of an expert on this area. Talk a lot about going down the coast in like a kind of a hop and rest with or against the trade winds. How's that
Against
work?
the trade winds.
Against the trade winds, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that on the coast of South America if you want to go east against the trade winds, or in the Greater Antilles, Cuba, this island, and Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is best on the south coast. Here it's best on the north coast. But yeah, you make progress against the trades because the big islands, or in the case of South America, the continent, provide an enormous wind shadow for you at night.
Right.
So it may not be comfortable for you, but once you understand how it works, it's very easy, very comfortable, and you have very nice sailing with a little bit of wind off the island or off the continent, 8 knots or something from the forward of the beam, and it's just lovely, and you motor sail along the coast. If you try to do that in the trade winds,
Right.
anytime during the day, but especially after 9 o'clock and before 5 o'clock, sometimes 24 hours a day, you will be beat to hell. It's
Right.
horrible.
So you have to time it well, obviously, and you say you have to leave at night, more or less?
Absolutely, you must transit the coast at night. Yeah, absolutely must.
So say now we're in Luperón and we're heading south. Where would our next stop be along the way?
Well, it depends. If you go on a forecast where you don't really have much of a window, what we call windows, then you've got to chop it up very quickly. And you can just take 4 hours from 4 in the morning till 8 in the morning and go from here to Sosúa, which is just down the coast. And then you take the next one, which is just around Arena San Juan, with another 5 to 6 hours the next morning. Almost every night, almost, not always, but almost every night we'll have scraps of the lee of the night effect of the islands. Almost every night. And so you use those scraps, and they're at maximum before dawn.
Right.
So if you leave on those scraps of lee of the island, it's fantastically easy. And once you've done it, you realize, oh my God, why?
And you have all that in the
Columbus
book, right?
did it. Columbus took his 2 ships, and when they recovered the Pinta in this harbor, they recovered it from the guy that stole it, Pinzon, right? They proceeded along this coast, never ever having been here in their lives before, but they were great navigators. They took their longboats, and they rowed in the night lee. They rowed the longboats, pulling those big clumpy, I mean, those ships had more crap growing in the bottom than you can imagine. And they're rowing those men, rowing them in the nightly from harbor to harbor to harbor up this coast at night.
Yeah.
Well, Columbus didn't know anything, did he? So let's go out there in the middle of the day and you can't. You see it all the time. You mentioned it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Very good.
Like he says, I mean, it depends what kind of a window you have.
Right.
In the forecast.
Sometimes you can do it in the night, in the day, because it's dead calm. You can do it.
Yes.
So you use your judgment.
But that's not so much in hurricane season, though. After when the winds change. Sometimes in hurricane season.
Sometimes even hurricane season.
It's all the same. The forecasts are the forecasts, and they're pretty good. From the National Weather Service.
Yeah.
Not from some guy living with his aunt in the attic in Brooklyn. Not those people. You take the National Weather Service of the United States of America, and it's for the zone we're in, and it really is good. It's very good these days.
As long as you watch the weather, national weather report, you're fine. I mean, you understand what is happening, and you have a good window, I mean, time to move. You know how fast your boat is, so you know how far you can go.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
And don't go too far.
And don't go too far. But there are some people that say that going offshore might be a better way to do it, but you recommend going along the coast and doing it during the evening. And can you tell me about the Bay of Luperón here? This is a well-known hurricane hole. What is it like coming into the bay when you're coming from the east coast?
Well, the first Europeans, as I mentioned, were Columbus and his men, who were in Isabella, and they were looking for other harbors. So the longboats, big dinghies, right? They sailed and rowed along the shore looking for the next refuge. They found Luperón, and lo and behold, there was Pinzon, trying to get gold from the Indians and so forth. And he had stolen the boat before they ever got to land, so they didn't know where he was. So Columbus came back in within a few days after that. They reunited. If they wanted a captain for the Pinta, he had to do it. So it's got a wonderful history. But Luperón itself took a long time in developing because nobody came upwind. As the New World developed, nobody came here to trade. It was all downwind. And the downwind passages from Spain and Europe were all in the south coast.
Right.
And then in 1571, I think it was, the Spanish crown moved their operations from Santo Domingo to Cuba, to Havana.
Right.
And this place just fell into just nowhere. Nothing ever happened after that. So,
but now it's quite a popular hurricane hole. We can see there's boats all around us at Anchorage, waiting out for hurricane season to be over.
It's the best one on the north coast of Hispaniola, with the exception of, or equal to, Manzanillo on the border with Haiti, and Fort Liberté in Haiti, which is excellent. But you do not want to go there because it's a failed state with absolutely no control, and you know, it's like Venezuela today, which used to be so great. But
right. And here you can find different services that you need. The town's got some lovely people, I see, and
they're good people, but there's not that much here. If you live and learn and you realize that not everything has the mark that you want stamped on the product,
right.
That you can get along. The best thing, though, is to go to Santiago or Puerto Plata, and the transport is cheap and good and so easy to do. I went for years, and Rosa had a rent-a-car business, and yet I used buses and local transport to go to Santiago,
right,
and do all my shopping and so forth. Easy. It was so easy. It was unbelievably easy.
Yeah.
You get anything you want. Right?
You get anything you want.
say something?
Yes, no.
And the transport here is cheap. For example, they go every 15 minutes.
Okay.
You can be there, and in 15 minutes, the next one goes. And
Okay.
that one
And
we
are you
feel
talking like buses or
buses
taxis?
or cars. Can be cars
Okay.
or buses, a minivan. So they go to Inver, and then from Inver you take another one to go to Puerto Plata. They cost about 60 pesos, 65, which is $1 plus.
Right.
Then you can do anything. You just negotiate. If you want to buy the whole seat of the cars, you can say, "I want to go now.
Right.
How much
Yeah.
it costs to go right now?" Okay.
Okay.
I take 6 people. Okay, 6 people times 60 pesos. That's 360 pesos. Okay, let's go. And then you take the car for it.
And it's totally safe to leave your boat here and just go do your shopping and tour the island.
So you
During
can come
the
down
day,
here
yeah.
for
During the
Hurricane
day,
Hole
it's
for
okay.
the summer, experience Margaritaville, but at the same time, get first world top quality goods anywhere up in Santiago.
Okay.
It's Dominican Republic this last year and this year in progress is the top performing GDP developing country in Latin America.
Right.
Top. And for years and years, they've been just climbing up and up and up and up, which is a shame because the traffic now is enormous.
Right.
But you can get anything you want.
And what
Anything.
advice would you give newcomers coming into this area in regards to weather and the facilities?
It may
What
get
should they watch out
complicated. They should actually follow the book.
They should follow. They should follow this book. Yes. Where can people find the book? Amazon.
My website,
Your website.
thornlesspath.com.
thornlesspath.com.
And Amazon and
Okay.
any East Coast cruising harbor like Beaufort and Beaufort and Fort Lauderdale,
Right.
West Palm, places where the Caribbean cruisers
West
might
Marine
take
has
off.
it. I think West Marine still got it.
And
Yeah,
you
well,
have
West Marine has it, of course, yeah.
you have a lot of stuff in here, not just Dominican Republic. As I'm seeing, you've got the Bahamas, you've got Turks and Caicos, you've got Haiti, and all the way to Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. So this is something for everyone heading south.
It used to be to Venezuela with all, but Chris Doyle came out with his absolutely wonderful books. Chris Doyle did the Windward Guides for you. Wonderful. Anything he's done, you can take to the bank. He, like me, he goes down every year and he replumbs the harbors and visits everywhere. Actually corrects every page of his book, which I did for almost 30 years, 28 years, right?
Right. Yeah,
And,
this is 10th edition.
I can't do that anymore, so there's a caveat for that. But no, it goes all the way down there. Basically, the Bahamas south. Yeah.
Right, great. Anything you'd like to tell us about leaving the rat race behind and living this lifestyle? There's so many people that want to do it, but they're frightened to do it. What can you tell those people?
Read my memoir. I'm not getting any money. It's going to cost you $5 on the iPads and so on. Honest to God, the story's all there. It's from my logs, from my letters,
Right.
to my children, girlfriends, wives,
Everything,
relatives.
yeah.
Everything is there. And it has nothing to do. I've had a nice classical liberal education, thanks to actually myself, because most of it was autodidactic. But hey, if you don't know yourself already, don't go anywhere.
Okay, that's some good advice right there. Yeah.
And they should know at least to repair little something on their own boat, because there are no anybody mechanical anything that go in the middle of the ocean to help you.
That's right. Know your boat.
People
Be able to
should
fix
be
your boat.
prepared to know your boat and repair things. That's a good thing to know.
But there's lots of stuff out there in this book and others about, because not everybody, I mean, I met a lawyer and he was on the subway in New York and read an earlier edition of this, and he said, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And he just quit his job, took off, single guy, and he couldn't thank me enough for changing his life around. I didn't change his life. I did. He did.
But you inspired him.
No, but there are lawyers out there who, as we all should know, don't know their elbow from their teacup. Okay? These lawyers can't fix squat.
No.
But they do learn. They bang up against it and bang up against it, and sure enough, like anybody else. Now, I grew up working on cars when I was 11 and things like that. Crazy crap that you did in the 50s, right? Today they don't do that. So there's a lot of people that have no mechanical sorts of skills.
Yeah.
You learn it. You talk to other people. You read about it. You do. You just don't listen to the commercial people. Don't listen to them. It all work. It all work.
Fantastic.
Bruce,
Thank you so much.
Bruce could fix anything on the boat. We never got anybody on board to fix anything. He could do it.
Fantastic.
I was doing the varnish and keep the boat.
I can't varnish with Rosa.
Keep the boat nice and pleasant. But security and mechanical maintenance, he did it. So that is advice for people who are planning to take that kind of life.
Yeah.
Be prepared.
Be prepared to be your.
To be able to be sufficiently self-sufficient to repair and go on in your own. I said, don't count on anybody coming to help.
Yeah. Well, that's good advice for sure. Thank you so much for talking with me today, Bruce, and thank you, Rosa, for
Thank
joining
you for
me.
inviting us. That's nice. Thanks.
In the northeast of the Caribbean, in the Greater Antilles, lies the island of Hispaniola, home of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. The rural town of Luperón resides on the north coast, said to be one of the first areas settled by Columbus. You can find almost all necessities in town, including markets, restaurants, discos, and a hospital. And what you cannot find in Luperón, neighboring cities Santiago and Puerto Plata will have everything you need. Right in Luperón, you'll find sail and canvas repairs by Flaco.
¿El nombre suyo, Flaco?
El nombre de Flaco ahí dice.
Everybody know him like Flaco, you know.
Yeah.
Ramon is the real name, yeah.
And what else besides sails do you repair for the boat?
Everything.
Everything, cushions, canvas.
Beds, everything.
Okay. I see you have a big sail right here that you're fixing. En la dirección aquí.
Calle Duarte, número 55.
Calle Duarte, número
Casa
55.
Luperón.
Ah, sabes, Luperón. Gracias. New and used boat parts at Freddy's. I'm here with Freddie at his shop for used and new sailboat parts. Is that true?
Brand new. Piezas usadas y nuevas para los barcos veleros especialmente. También tenemos otras cosas para lanchas, o sea, powerboat. Pero especialmente tenemos las piezas para este tipo de barcos. Barcos que vienen con desperfectos, que necesitan alguna pieza, también podemos intercambiar. Piezas que ya ustedes no usen, los barqueros, nosotros también podemos intercambiar por piezas que nosotros tenemos. Estamos abiertos de 9 a 12 y de 3 a 6 de la tarde.
And where can people find you? What's the address here?
Esta es la calle Duarte número 39 y mi número de teléfono es 829-912-6275.
Perfect, thank you. And hollow and maintenance available at Marina Tropical. Also, there are many locals to help you with your maintenance needs, such as cleaning the bottom of your boat. Do not go in the water yourself. The Bay of Luperón is said to be filthy and perhaps toxic. There are plenty of beautiful beaches nearby to take a swim. More to come on Luperón in part 2 of episode 7. Stay tuned. Special thanks goes out to El Milagro Beach Hotel and Marina for sponsoring this episode. El Milagro Beach Hotel and Marina is perfect for those who want 5-star service without the pretentiousness. So whether you're a guest in one of their hotel rooms or renting a boat slip, the knowledgeable and accommodating staff at El Milagro Beach Hotel and Marina are dedicated to making your stay an exceptional one.